Today I fucked up by sending my dad a topless pic. So obligatory this didn't happen today but just over a year ago, and I remembered, and I hope you get a laugh out of the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Well, at the time my boyfriend really had a thing for me stealing panties and wearing them unwashed. I used to not send nudes with my face, but with him I started, and whatever he requested I would send. He also likes me calling him daddy. I wasn't into it at first because I call my father daddy and we have a great relationship also, but after giving it a try I liked it too and we had fun with it. So my dad was saved in my phone as daddy and my boyfriend was saved as name daddy. Yeah, I really fucked that up. So I decided to surprise my boyfriend with pics and did a whole photo shoot with myself wearing only the panties and smiling. I sent it off my photo album app, and usually my boyfriend was the first bubble to send to, and it said daddy, so I clicked it and sent it with the caption dirty panties, devilish face. Well, he didn't respond, so after a while I asked how he liked the picture. He responded, "What picture?" Yeah, I panicked. Took me 2 seconds to realize I sent it to my father with the dirty panties caption and everything. I blew up his phone trying to send the picture so far back in the texts that he wouldn't see it. Unfortunately it was too late. He said he was disappointed in me and basically flabbergasted. It was the most humiliating and shameful thing I've ever done. I didn't know what to do. I just walked out and told my housemate what happened, and she was almost in tears about how bad I messed up, which made me feel better because at that point I was just laughing and in disbelief. It literally took months before my dad could talk to me again. I'm really far away now, so we just text. Everything is good now and I'm praying he forgot it happened, but my boyfriend still thinks it's hilarious to bring it up every so often. Too long didn't read, sent my dad my nudes. As a dad to several girls, I probably just would have responded with something like, "You should get that mole looked at." I'd stop calling them both daddy lol. Yup, definitely did. Pro tip, don't save both of their names as daddy. Yup, contact names were immediately changed. I'm dying at the fact you thought text bombing your dad would save you from this fuck up. The bravado. But then again, you must have some cojones to take nudes with your face to your correctly played. Lamau, did you see my pics? Sent random letters until he said too late. Crying face. I was caught, no denying. Honestly, I'm just too happy at this point I was wearing panties, because I've definitely taken worse for my boyfriend. That is a really unfortunate error. I'm sorry, but I have to know. Who were you stealing panties from? My friends. It's super weird, I know, but I lived with 7 other girls and he was really into it, so I would replace them so he would get his kink and they wouldn't lose anything. Today I fucked up by pouring melting plastic on my skin. This may seem weird, but I like the feeling of getting burned with candle wax. So as a joke, my boyfriend sometimes will do this. I also like having scented candles around, so it's fun, I guess. Yesterday I had the magnificent idea of buying a weird candle that looks like a normal candle on the inside and is surrounded with a red gel. It smells like apples. So I'm alone in my room, and just to mess around I decide to wait until the candle burns a little bit, and then once the wax starts to melt I pour it on my tummy. It felt like pouring melted plastic on my skin. I'm pretty sure that red gel is plastic and smells like nothing. I ran to the shower and tried to cool myself down with cold water and it helped, but now my skin is red where I throw the melting gel/plastic and it hurts a lot, and I actually burned my skin. When you throw normal wax you don't really burn yourself. With this one, yes. I feel even more dumb because I was alone and did it to myself for no purpose. Lesson learned, I guess. Too long didn't read. I bought a candle that was surrounded with a weird gel. Once it melted I poured it into my skin, don't ask why lol, and it felt like pouring melting plastic on me. It burned my skin and it still hurts right now. There are specific candles made of materials with different melting points created exactly for wax play. Usually the ones you buy in stores have higher melting points, which can be dangerous. The other trick is you don't have a candle where there is a big pool of wax. The wax is supposed to drip as soon as it melts, so it's only just reached the melting point. Scented candles are designed to do the opposite. They form a big pool of wax which gets very hot, well above the melting point, so it's better for vaporizing the scent. Hey, no worries. You got yourself a kink, and it's more common than you may think. Look up types of waxes and see how hot they burn. I don't really do wax play, but I do know there are candles you shouldn't use as they would burn rather than provide a safe hot, not too hot, sensation. Playing as a kid once, me and my brother were burning straws. It dropped flaming pieces of plastic and it was super fun to watch. Drop went right on my leg. I still have a small scar to this day. My cousin and I did this with plastic army men. The noise it makes when the burning plastic drips onto the ground is really cool. You know, hot wax is a sex thing in many circles. I never heard of other people doing this. So I saw in some other comments you were unaware this can be a kink kind of thing. What you need to know about candles that you use to drip on yourself is that the content of mineral oil in the wax is very important. The more mineral oil, the lower the melting point. The cooler the wax is when you drip on your skin, the less mineral oil in the wax, the higher the melting point and the more likely you are to actually burn yourself. Today I fucked up by finding my dad on Reddit and reading his posts and comments. I'm keeping this vague since I now know he's on here. My dad sent me a picture, a screenshot that had a Reddit name visible. Me, OSHT is my dad on Reddit. Gleefully looked it up, Snoop. I sincerely wish I didn't. There was a post about me that was intensely personal, something I never talk about. Seeing it in writing was like a punch in the stomach. To be clear, there wasn't any real identifying info in it, like my neighbor wouldn't read it and think it was me, but you bet your ass if his neighbor read it, they'd know it was me. Did I stop there? Of course not. I should change the title to Today I Fucked Up You. There were opinions I didn't know he had. Thoughts I was shocked to see. Just none of my business really, but you know, had to self-inflict more pain, so I kept reading through the tears. Just pure regret now. I feel like I shouldn't know these things about him. Yes, we are both adults, but this feels wrong. Everything feels different and awful. And all I could think was I've got to do a PSA. TL, Dr. Sure, Reddit feels anonymous and safe. Be your worst self. Nope, turns out it's real people. My kids know my username. Maybe it's time I hit up some of those freaky naughty subs. I was thinking about this and my own kids, but he knows how I feel about Ted Cruz. Also, fuck Ted Cruz. What did this man say? Cause it sounds like you have PTSD or something. I'm hella curious now too. Note to self, I have nothing on here that's terrible, but still, I'd rather my children didn't see it. Crop out username on snapshots. If they borrow my phone and then sneak a look and find out about bra fitting experiences, that's on them. It's crazy to think that the people in our lives can be so different from how we know them. Sorry this was such a horrible experience. I guess serves me right for being nosy, ?